Hello and welcome to my review for Thoroughbreds, a film that came out I think last month in America and just came out this week over here in the UK, and is a very dark comedy. And it was really hard to read the film for me personally because I saw it in the cinema that had maybe 5 people in there and no one was really laughing, and I chuckled a little bit at one line and it just nothing. The film was directed by Corey Finley and is about 2 young teenage girls, Lily and Amanda, played respectively by Anya Taylor-Joy and Olivia Cooke, who are 2 young actresses who have made a fairly decent impression on me over a couple of films that they were in over the past couple of years. Olivia Cooke was in Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, which I thought she was incredible in that film, and then Anya Taylor-Joy was in Split, and I thought she was fantastic in that film. And also Olivia Cooke was in Ready Player One, which also just came out now as well, and she's pretty good in that. But here, they both have very different roles to play. Lily, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, is a very kind of preppy, upper-class girl who goes to a boarding school and was friends with Amanda when they were younger in school. And Amanda, played by Olivia Cooke, is completely different to Lily at first, from what we see. And we see them reuniting when Amanda goes to Lily to be tutored, and her mother pays for it and stuff. And the whole film is this interesting characters study of Lily and Amanda. And we see Lily at the beginning of the film very much presenting herself as this upper class kind of prim and proper, kind of smart, successful. You know, she's got an apprenticeship and all that, and she's at a boarding school, very successful. Her stepdad's rich and stuff, and she's very much landed on her feet in life by appearances. Even the way that she puts makeup on and does her hair and everything. And Amanda is very much someone who is completely apathetic to any of that, literally. We learn early on that Amanda feels no emotion. She doesn't feel happy about anything, she doesn't feel sad about anything. And I really thought this film was going to be about her learning to emote by the end of it through her relationship with Lily. Not to spoil it, but it really is played down the line for the entire film, and I really appreciated that from the perspective of it would have felt like a leap to me that she suddenly unlocked something where, oh, I can feel again. You know, not that this is very much a serious film on people who feel like that, you know, these kind of sociopaths, you know. It's not really supposed to be taken, I don't think, as a serious study on that, but from a character standpoint, I appreciated that she stayed in that form throughout the film, if only because it just made it more interesting and something different that we don't usually see that often. So we have this girl who feels nothing, and then we have Lily, who by all appearances is just fine, but under the surface, and it really quickly boils over that she despises her stepfather, and she is really not emotionally stable. And so the two concoct a plan to bump off her stepfather, who is portrayed in the film as a massive dick, but that doesn't really make it okay. And so this film, it really plays on the humor of some of the situations. So to me, this really felt like a, Heavenly Creatures, meets, a comedy movie, basically. And in some cases, I really don't like those films. I don't like murder and those kind of very extreme things treated so flippantly, but sometimes it just works, and here I think it works. I found it fun. I found it, I don't want to say light, but it's a very dark film, but darkness is dealt with lightly, if that makes sense. And I just really was gripped by the characters, because I didn't know where this was going to go. Even when the idea was brought up that that Lily wanted to kind of maybe get rid of her stepdad, which Amanda initially brings up, and she has the kind of the not caring about anything to bring up something like that. So, but I was just so gripped by where is this going next? Where is this going to lead to? And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very well done film. I thought the acting from the 2 lead actresses were fantastic. I thought the guy who played the stepfather was very good at being a dick. And we have Anton Yelchin in his final film performance, who finished filming this just a few weeks before his untimely death, and he plays this drug dealer in a very memorable performance to me. I thought he was really, really good. He's not in the film very long, but I really liked his character. It was a good performance, and again, more humor comes out from that. Overall, there was I don't say a big issue, but it was a medium issue for me. That was the score. I really couldn't care about the score at all. It didn't seem to service the film too much. And I'm finding this more with films lately, is this attempt from the music of a film to really kind of telegraph what this movie is, you know. And in this film, it was just like, this is offbeat, you know. This is, you know, a little bit off center, you know, where it's just like this weird kind of like this ticking, and this just kind of, it just felt obnoxious to me. I didn't like the score at all. It just was jarring. I guess that's the point, but to me it just didn't work at all. It just annoyed me, and I found myself relishing the scenes where it's just Amanda and Lily talking with no music, because I found their performances so gripping and captivating, and their relationship and where it developed, and the things they do together, from, you know, Amanda trying to teach Lily how to cry on command because she's done that her whole life to mask the fact that she doesn't feel anything, or them just, you know, dunking themselves down into a pool and seeing who can hold their breath the longest just because. You know, I loved where this twisted friendship developed to, and the way that it was all pieced together. There's a really cool scene where Lily's sitting down and Amanda is moving around these huge pieces on a massive chessboard as they're talking. It's this really long take, and there's another really long take in the film that is, it almost didn't work. Like, it's a really ambitious idea. It's basically the climax of the film plays out through this one shot, which isn't really that dynamic. It's a slow zooming in shot, and the kind of the big moment of the film, you hear it off screen. And I thought, is this going to work? And ultimately, I think it did. I thought it was super effective. So I thought that, like, this is a really good debut from I think it's his first film, Corey Finley. Yeah, so it wasn't fantastic, but I just found myself oddly gripped by the characters and the situation, and I did find humor in it, which is which is fine. You know, I just think that sometimes it's a fine line for me. I'm trying to think. There was a film I saw recently that just it dealt with dark subject matter, and it was so flippant. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but another one is Pain and Gain, though that was a case where it was like real life murders being treated in comedic fashion, which I thought was just abhorrent. I hated that. But this is, you know, it's a fictional story, so I'm so much more on board with going along with something like this and trying to enjoy it for that. And yeah, it made me think of Heavenly Creatures for obvious reasons, but it was very much its own thing. Didn't like the music, but really enjoyed seeing these characters, you know, go to where they went. But by the end of it, you know, I wasn't that satisfied with where it ended up, but I guess there was no real way for it to go any differently. So yeah, it's hard to kind of speak about these things without going into spoilers, and I don't want to discuss it too much more in depth. So Thoroughbreds, really, really good black comedy. Enjoyed it very much. If you've seen it, leave me your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
He's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans and calling into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.